Hey everyone, Jamie Phillips, Action Auto Parts. Well, it's about time to go to the house. My old back has hurt me all day long. Sold some stuff. Ironically, it's been one of those days that it's been like, here, let me go and pay you for it. Send me money through Venmo and then be here either tomorrow or Saturday to pick up the stuff. So had one customer here getting stuff, but I sold a lot of other stuff via just on the phone and Messenger and what have you. But I also bought something today. Bought this 2000 Jeep Commando. And this is a kind of a weird deal, I guess, if you will. A person owned it, and they supposedly bought a new engine from one of the chain parts houses, and it was in it for just a little bit, and something happened, and it went bad. So said parts house franchise supposedly replaced it, and then shortly after that, just not very long at all, it blew a head gasket. And then they wouldn't replace it again. That's what the story I was told, but you can tell by looking at it, it is a lot of new looking stuff. So it's got the 5.7 Hemi in it. They drove it off the trailer this morning. It was smoking, but we went to move it there a while ago, and that battery, which they said was not, they didn't think was good, so it wouldn't start. It was cranking pretty slow, but that's okay. I told them to park it here in front of the garage, and I'd figure out what to do with it later. So I got me some extra pictures of it, and I'm going to get it on Marketplace here just in a little bit. But not really a bad looking vehicle. They were definitely heavy smokers. Of course, I don't throw nothing away, and one of the cars in the junkyard had some of that Glade air freshener over there. So I'll probably do it one more time before I leave. I mean, I've soaked it down pretty good on the inside and shut the doors real quick, let it kind of marinate, if you will. There's the Hemi emblem. I guess you call it a emblem, if it's a symbol and an emblem. But not too bad of a vehicle looking. Actually getting a little, let's fog her up there pretty good with this Glade from Johnson & Johnson, a family company. So got that in, sold some parts. Pee-wee came by for just a little bit because it rained, thank God. We definitely needed it. And I'm wanting to try to get started on this wall. So we aired the tar up, which just then went back down. And we just pushed the Corvette out and then back over here kind of out of the way. And we set the hood and stuff off because I talked to a buddy of mine, and we're going to get started on detailing all of this up here in a little bit. Take the shroud out, the hoses out, get in here and clean it up. Like I said, get the frame and stuff painted. The 79 Corvette on the hill's got a new booster and master cylinder on it, so we're going to get that pulled. And we're going to look at the other stuff and see if something on it's the same but in better shape. And like I said, get it all cleaned up and probably replace all the vacuum lines and stuff. I've got an idea what I'm going to do about the engine for it. So yeah, got that kind of pushed out of the way. And I had the guys that built the building come by yesterday. There was some confusion on this 6x6 post. That truss sets to the left of it. This 6x6 post, it sets center. It sets center on all the posts, but this one. And it was messing me up on how I was going to get my wall built. Well, the reason why it's a little bit different was because that one had to be there for the porch. Okay, so it's about 3 inches, roughly 2.5 to 3 inches different. So what I'm going to do is, when I get the plate on the floor, instead of being able to go from 6x6 to 6x6, it's actually going to have to set on this one, and it'll set to the inside of this one. So when I go to stand up my 2x6 studs, instead of building a plate, top plate off of that truss, which I had thought about doing, and, I would have my treated one screwed to the floor, top one. That's not going to work, but I'll have to get this wire moved, which is not going to be a problem. There's a wire running across through there. Get it moved up. So Jared said when I stand up my studs here, let them lay on the inside of that bottom of the truss and screw from this side into the stud. So there won't necessarily be a top plate, but it'll be tied in with that truss all the way across. Now, you're saying, but that's going to set back 1.5 inches, and it will, but where I'm going to use some old metal and things like that on the inside, just like the back of the building's got these bands, I'll come across this way with some 2x4s, maybe 3 runs, and that will make it flush with this gabled truss right here. So when I go to put metal that will go up there and down, it will be flush on this side. That's where I was trying to get it figured out because of the way the trusses was setting. So when I do that, that outside wall will all be flush. That'll look good together. And then when I get here on the inside, all those studs will go across through there and be tied in, screwed into to the truss, and that'll tie that wall together pretty good. By the time I do that and add the 2x4s across through here to screw my metal, barn lumber, whatever else I'm going to use in here on this wall. And then where my office is going to be and stuff, I'm going to drop down about 4 foot and run ceiling joist, which will actually serve as a floor joist, so I can have a little loft area above that. That'll be coming down the road. I'm hoping if my back will straighten back up, I want to start on this wall maybe this weekend, if not definitely the first of the week. I had a steroid shot and they told me 2 or 3 days and it should help, and that's been a week or over a week ago, and it's actually hurting worse today than it has in a long time. And like I said, it's been over a week ago. So get back to this. Sold some car parts, bought a Jeep, moved to Vette, swept the floor, and we've got it figured out now how to put the that wall so that room will be separate from this room. And also, I got to make a call here in a second, see if I can't trade on getting the ditch dug. I had a guy give me a price, but I can go rent a ditch witch, run it, and maybe save myself a little bit. So I'm going to try to see if I can negotiate with him just a little bit and then let him come and do it. So all of that and a bag of chips, and it's time to jump in the Mrs. Ford Expedition and go to the house, eat me some kind of a little bite of something, and get her to rub some of my pain cream on me. I just called Louisville and ordered some more. So yeah, see if I can get this back to ease up. But there you go. That's been my Thursday. I hope yours has been as great, if not better than this one. Give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Allow me to show you something.